Hey, what is up, guys? It is your boy Speed here, and today I'm going to be showing you one of the biggest investments, the biggest investment I've ever made when it comes to Pokemon cards. I'm super excited to show you guys this because hopefully it will give you some ideas to buy cards for yourself and just be an enjoyable time where we can look at some very rare and also some very expensive Pokemon cards and just have a good time. So if you're excited for this video, smash the like button and subscribe. And the last thing I want to say, I'm posting here, two more things. I'm posting here every other day, really good Pokemon content, collection videos, openings, everything like that. So if you like that type of stuff, consider sticking around. Click that subscribe button. And one more thing, there's so much stuff. Literally, I've already recorded the video. I'm doing the intro second. There's so much stuff I had to go over that I just couldn't fit it in one video. Like, it literally might take me an hour, a full hour, and I obviously do a little bit of editing and I have to post the videos and it takes a while, so I wanted to cut it up in 2 parts so I could get the videos out and so you guys could start viewing it. So no, I'm not doing it for views. I know that's like a common thing, but like, no, it's just how I had to do it. But let's get into the video. Alright, let's get into the cards now. Let's start it off. Everything I'm going to be showing you is part of like a $7,000 investment. Now I know that sounds crazy. Pokemon is at a weird point right now where it just went up a lot, and I think a lot of people might say this is incredibly foolish, and frankly I do it mostly because I love it. You know, every card you're about to see today is a card that I genuinely enjoy and I appreciate, which sounds, I think sometimes sounds weird to people who like aren't in the Pokemon scene for Pokemon cards, but I'll still show you my investments and talk about why I like them in general. Alright. Getting right into it, the Charizard VMAX Champion's Path 10. This card is valued around $700, and I'd like to give you some history about why I wanted a 10. Now, first things first, I graded two of these. I've graded 2 of these, and I got 2 9s, which is pretty frustrating. However, when I sold the 9s, I sold one for $550 and one for $700. Now, you might be saying, Speed, you sold the 9 for $700, and you're saying the 10 is $700? Well, yeah, I express graded my 9s very early on in the Champion's Path. Not super fast. I wish I could go back and do it on the first day. That's how you make the most profit from grading. But I sold it for $700, so I made plenty of profit off those cards. And now I got a 10 for $700. So basically, I just like switched the card. I got a 10 instead of a 9, which is huge. And frankly, over time, I expect this card to go back up. I know it's like, oh, but Speed, there's a million of them, and like everyone's grading them and everyone has it in a 10 and blah blah blah. I know, but I think the demand is there, and I don't think it's gonna go away for at least a while. I don't think it's gonna go away soon. We got the 25th anniversary. There's still plenty of Twitch streamers doing box breaks. Logan Paul's doing another box break. I don't think Pokemon's going anywhere, so I don't mind having this card. Will I be, if it goes to 1,000 or 1,500, will I sell it? I might sell it and then buy raw cards and get those graded. I might do that. Right? But we'll have to see. I'm not going to take that long on every card. I just want to give you some history. Then we got a PSA 9 Evolutions Charizard Reverse Foil. A beauty. An absolute beauty. Nothing too crazy here. Just a simple Evolutions card. That set's ridiculous. I mean, as you can see, I love it. I have like a ton of these Kanto boxes that I pre-ordered all of them. Like, I got all my Kanto boxes before people cared about Kanto boxes. Like, that's the crazy thing, right? And now I have so many of them, and I just hope Evolutions continues to go up just because I want my boxes to be valued at a lot. And frankly, I've always appreciated the set. So we'll move on to the next card, but the one thing I want to say about Evolutions is like, I came into Pokemon about like 5-6 months ago, and I've been investing like a huge portion of my life just learning it in those 6 months. And what I can say about it is that I came in with no bias to Evolutions. I didn't even know it was a thing. No bias. I didn't know it was overprinted. I just thought it was enjoyable to open. I just thought it was really enjoyable to open. So I didn't care. I'm like, oh, this is a great set. And so I started investing in it. I started buying the booster boxes cheap and packs cheap and everything cheap, singles cheap. I bought Surfing Pikachus for $1 each, Flying Pikachus for $1 each, tons of them. And, it ended up going up because I had the same sentiment as everyone else coming into the scene, which I think was actually very valuable to me at the time. I had no bias. A lot of other investors had a ton of bias, which is, it's overprinted, it's bad print quality. No one cares. They don't know. Most of the people coming in, they don't know. They don't know that. They don't care. They just want it, you know? So they're willing to pay a premium. And I think that's something people overlook. Do I think that's going to last long term? I don't know. It depends how well Pokemon does. I can't control that, but that's the story there. Next up, we got an Error Dark Dragonite. Now, it doesn't say error. PSA is really bad about doing errors, but why is this an error? Let's give error. Why is this an error? So, you see how it's number 5? The number 5 in Team Rocket, which is the set, Pokemon Rocket. Why does it say Pokemon Rocket? Number 5 in Team Rocket is supposed to be a holo card. Yeah, so the 5 is supposed to be a holo, but this is not holo. It's very obviously not holo, and it doesn't say holo. It actually says no holo. Okay, but yeah, it's an error. So it's supposed to be 22 out of whatever the set number is. Instead, it's 5. So it's an error card. Now it is a 2. You're like, oh, Speed, why you buy a 2? I'm buying the card. Let's say at any point in time a YouTuber decides to talk about error cards, or error cards come into the main light, similar to how trainers did. Who knows? They could pop off. That's like the thing. You don't know what's going to be next. It just kind of depends on whatever the content creators decide is valuable and whatever people can afford. Next up, a Plasma Storm Black and White Charizard. This is from 2012. Love the black and white era. I got a booster box back there of black and white. But this card is pretty dang nice. It is a 3, but once again, I'm buying it for the card. Also, I'm a collector more so for cards than grades. That's my personal take. I don't really care what the card looks like. Call me crazy, I just don't. I just genuinely don't. I look at this card, and I don't say, oh, that's a 3. It looks great to me. Now, oh yeah, by the way, I didn't do the values. This Charizard, about 200. This Dragonite, also about 200. This Charizard, about 300. More like, yeah, 250, 300. It's worth thousands in a 9 or a 10. So it's a very sought-after card. It's a beautiful card, right? Shiny Charizard. I mean, who doesn't love Shiny Charizard? And honestly, it looks so cool. That's what I'm saying by, like, I buy the card, not necessarily the grade, right? And a lot of people, like, disagree with that, but that's my sentiment. Next up, dun, 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 Dawn Fan, but it's Staff. A pre-release Staff Dawn Fan. Now, why is this special, and why am I happy to get a Staff card? Or maybe more. Well, Pokemon recently announced, or there's been rumors going around. I'm not actually sure if it's official. Pretty sure it's official. I'll let you guys know. Maybe I'll put it in the comments. But they're going to be discontinuing Staff cards, which is this. And Staff cards go for a lot, because the only people who would get them is, what do you know? Staff. It's the Staff, Pokemon Staff. And so, yeah, they sell for a ton. There's an extremely high premium on them. And now that they're getting quote-unquote discontinued, I think that these being the last of them will hold some value. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, there's a hair. But, yeah, we got the Dawn Fan at a 10. It's about a $400 card. And honestly, just having these Staff cards, sure, this is the Dawn Fan. It's not the Charizard. It's not the Lugia. But this is the Lugia. And this is the PSA 10. Let's go, baby. That was a 10 as well. This is the PSA 10 Staff Lugia. This card is about $1,200. Can you believe that? A modern card worth that much money? But the thing is, there's very little of them. There's very little of them, and of course, it's in the 10 as well, which is absolutely stellar, right? Let's look at the back of the card. God, sometimes these fog up. If your hands are, like, a bit sweaty, they fog up. Look at that. Incredible centering. Beautiful card overall. But yeah, another Staff card. So you guys might not look at these and be like, wow, but if you know how rare these are, you'll appreciate that. These are really hard to get. And you also might appreciate, yes sir, the Charizard Staff. Now this card is a 9, unfortunately. Now, being a 9, I might get it regraded. I hope it's not scratched. But what do I mean by regraded? And we'll talk about that. But if we look at the card, it does have a nick in the top right. So I think that's what it lost points for. It's got that, right? So that's what I think PSA is saying. Okay, this isn't a 10. It also might have one in the left, bottom right there. Yeah. So I might not get it regraded because it's unlikely to get a 10. But the reality is the 10 is over $3,000, right? And the 9 is about $1,500. So there's a huge difference. I can pay $75 or $200 to potentially make 3,000. However, if it gets a 9 again, which it can, they can send it back, just say, oh, it's still a 9, then I just lose the money. So it's a bit of a risk. I would take the risk if I was more confident, but hey, this card is so cool. It's a staff Charizard. Everyone wants Charizards. There's so many Charizard collectors, and this being the last staff card, hopefully, I hope they stick to their word on that. You never know with Pokemon. I think that card will continue to do well for a long time. And finally, last but not least for staff cards, we have the Snorlax in the 9. That card is also about $400. Next up, we got the Ninetales Holo, my first ever first edition base set card. I've never had another first edition base set card. I've never owned one. This is my first, and now I have one, and it's Holo, and it's an 8, which is a pretty good grade. This card's around $700 to $800 right now, and I don't know, I think first edition base will continue to do well, so I'm very happy to have one. And look at that Holo. It's a really cool Holo. It almost seems like sort of like a bleed with how much Holo there is. Unfortunately, it's not picking up too well, but I mean, a beautiful card nonetheless. It's a bit off-centered. I think like that's the main reason why I got an 8. In fact, nowadays, if they did this again, like if they were to regrade this card, they might give it a lower grade. This is really off-center. It's nearly OC. But hey, honestly, I don't care, and it's really cool. Like it's a high 8. Look at that. It's honestly got a really clean back. That's the funny part. It's just really off-centered. I wonder if I could resubmit this and maybe get OC. I don't think so. I don't think it's that close to getting OC, which is off-centered, meaning the card is like ridiculous. It's not that close to being OC, so I definitely wouldn't get it, but it's like sadly an 8, but you know, it's a really clean card, which once again, as I said, I buy the card, not the grade, and it's a clean card. I don't care that much about centering. I know some people do, but that's the all for the PSA cards. Let's keep going, though. Alright, very cool packaging here. This is like, is this the Generations Elite Trainer Box? I've never seen this before. It's obviously a bit beat up, but yeah, it's the 20th anniversary. I don't even know what this is. I've never seen this. Alright, let's get into it, nonetheless. I don't even know what's in here, so this is just exciting for, well, I know the general premise of what the cards are, but I don't know how they exactly packaged it. Well, oh my god. Oh, wow. That is a lot of cards. That is a lot of cards. Alright. Let's start it off here. You guys might be seeing the shine. Now, you're going to see this and freak out. Don't freak out right away. However, this is so beautiful. Expedition base set. This is a Wizards of the Coast. Wait. Yeah. No. This isn't Wizards of the Coast. I'm sorry. Skyridge and Aquapolis. God, sometimes I blank on this stuff. Skyridge and Aquapolis, I believe, were the last two of the Wizards of the Coast set. But we got Expedition here. This is one of the original e-reader sets, one of the OGs, and it's not sealed, unfortunately, but the cards are inside of it, and you can see it's a very mint pack, and people collect this stuff. So I'm going to put this away. I'm going to put this in like a sleeve, in like one of those PSA sleeves, and put it away. I'm probably going to sleeve up all these cards, but let's take a look. Look at how beautiful these cards are. This Cyndaquil is incredible, and honestly, a lot of these I'm going to get graded. I mean, let's take a look at the back. I don't want to mess around with them too much, but look at that back. Look how minty that is. I mean, that's some like 10 potential right there, you know what I'm saying? That is some 10 potential right there. So I don't even want to scratch the cards. I'm going to start putting them in sleeves now, actually, just so I don't damage them. But man, you know, one thing I'm starting to do as well is I'm really starting to appreciate like the diversity in all the Pokemon sets, and you know how different they actually are. I think a lot of people don't necessarily look at the cards anymore, which is the one thing that I wish people would do more nowadays. I think the market is just so money focused, which I understand, you know, but I think in order to make the most money in Pokemon, what you need to be able to do is you need to be able to appreciate certain cards and understand the value and the history of certain cards. And that's something I'm still working on doing, but I'm constantly consuming content, watching videos, and just trying to learn about these type of cards and these packs and these sets and how rare they actually are. Like this Expedition set, there's very little of it. There's very little of it, and I can't imagine there's very much mint of it. So like, I'm going to send all of these cards to CGC, you know? I mean, I wish I could send them to PSA to some extent, but honestly, I love PSA. I love CGC slabs anyway, so y'all might hate on me for that, but Look at that. Shelter. Got a Hitmonlee. I mean, look how cool this card is. Like, what in the world is going on with him? That's really cool. Oh my god, that's so cute. Look at that, guys. Come on, like, tell me that's not awesome, right? The Claymation Squirtle. There's definitely a huge amount of collectors that would want this type of card, you know? Like, even seeing this type of card makes me want to go on eBay and just scoop a bunch up, grade them, and then hold them long term. Because, like, there's no way people don't want this type of card, you know? Like, how funny is that? That's so funny, you know? Then this is the big one. This is the one I was most excited for. I'm even going to put this in a card saver. I'm going to put them all in card savers, but we're just starting here. Skarmory is one of my favorite Pokemon. Top 2. Blaziken and Skarmory are my top 2. I just played them in Emerald, and like I would just beat the Elite Four with both of these Pokemon at level 99. Just grind them over and over again. And oh god, look at this card. So beautiful. And it's just like a clean art, you know? Got that sick background. Woo! Then we got a Golem. Is Golem the rare? Oh yeah, so that's not even the rare, funny enough. These e-reader sets do actually have reverse holos, but we got the Golem, we got a Cubone. I didn't even take enough sleeves. Rip Cubone. He's always so sad, man. Oh, is this the card? Oh, is this that card? So, I might be super wrong on this, and I'm happy if you guys correct me on this, but I believe this is the card where, like, I heard there was a story, or there's this, like, rumor that Cubone's mother died. And I know that's canon, people know that. But she died from falling off a cliff. Is this that cliff? And am I just completely making this up in my head right now, or is that actually true? Is that a rumor? And now this is the cliff that she fell off of, and he's, like, weeping at it. Because there's a literal tear in his eye. That's sad. But, like, look at that. Look how cool that is. I mean, I feel bad for him, but look, look how cool that is, you know? Like, it's such a cool piece of art, and, like, the lore is really, I mean, it's really interesting. It's really interesting. Let's keep going. All right, I'm gonna put those to the side for now. But honestly, very happy to have some of my first ever e-reader cards. I have some other ones, but definitely no mint ones. So getting some in that condition is awesome. Now let's just take some of this stuff out. Now I don't even know what all of this stuff is. Like, some of this was just kind of thrown in last second. We got some snap cards. I don't even know if these are worth anything. Like, I literally, apparently they go inside the snap machines. You can see with the background here. They, like, go in. I'm assuming you put them inside the snap machine. But I have no idea. I have the Pikachu one. I have the Squirtle one. Another Pikachu one. They're really cool, to be honest. The Jigglypuff. Like, they're really cool. I'm happy to have them. They almost seem like Dave & Buster's. You know what Dave & Buster's is? It's like an arcade place where, you know, you get the cards and the cards have, like, points on them and whatever. That's, like, kind of what these feel like, but it's really cool. I'm going to put those to the side now, but honestly, very awesome. So let me move this real quick. Next up, a lot of bangers, and I'm going to be getting most of these graded. I mean, I'm so pumped to start getting these cards back when the time comes. But first of all, we got a Gardevoir VMAX. I'm going to have to put these all in card savers. I'll do that later. But we got a Gardevoir VMAX, the Rainbow Rare. I think this is the Champion's Path, like, Rainbow Rare set. Dreadnought. Oh, I don't think Kabu is from Rainbow Rare. I believe that's... Oh, I mean, from Champion's Path. But it is. It is. It definitely is. I can see the logo. We got the Kabu. And last but not least, the Scizor. That's from Darkness Ablaze. That I know. So, 4 Rainbow Rares. Honestly, the main cards I'm going to be investing in are likely Rainbow Rares coming up. I know that sounds crazy, but I personally love them. That's the number one thing. And I also think a lot of them are undervalued. My personal take. You guys can do whatever you want with that information. But, like, some of these... I mean, you can I'll get into this in a second, but you can pull, like, Rainbow Rares, like, 1 every 2 boxes. Sometimes you get 1 every box, like, per booster box, but, like, a lot of my booster boxes, I had, like, 12 Vivid Voltage booster boxes. A lot of them didn't have one, or a gold card. They didn't have either, you know? And it's just like, okay, what does that tell you? That tells you that they're fairly rare. You know, and I think they're super cool. I just do. I think the way Pokemon blended the colors is incredible. Like, it just flows so nice. And if you put them in binders, like you have a binder full, they look incredible. That's just my personal take, so I'm investing in them. Because honestly, let's say they go down, I don't really care. I'm happy to have them. I'm happy to wait it out long term. Then we got a Vivid Voltage Snorlax. If I think there's a Charizard in here, I might open it up. So there's actually Charizard cards, potentially, like 3 of them, underneath. You just have to get lucky. Then, oh my god, I don't even know what all this stuff is. This is crazy. We'll open it up. I'm opening it up just for you guys. But here we go. I might even have to make this video 2 parts. I mean, my god, this is insane. But we got the Psychic Energy. Oh, are these base set cards? I think these are all base set. It's hard for me to tell. How do I tell? They feel old. And they're in good condition. So, like, I'm going to really try to not... Yeah, you can see even the year there. You know, 1999 Wizards right there. So, I want to be very careful. I'm pretty sure this is base set because it doesn't have a logo on it, right? Pretty sure that's what that means. It's not first edition base set, but I think it's just base unlimited. These are base unlimited. Not really sure how to tell if they're shadowless or anything like that. But yeah, oh, okay. Okay, so they're definitely base unlimited. Yeah. Because the other cards are base unlimited too. But here we go. We got a Beedrill. And look at these. Are these mint? Yeah, look at that. Wow. I mean, these are all... They're going to have to get submitted, you know? Like, I feel like if I have base unlimited cards... I know there's so many of them technically out there, but, like... I'm, like, relatively new as a collector, so when I get these type of cards, I'm just, like, so amazed by them. And you guys know my channel, I rip Beedrills, right? Beedrill's my least favorite. I'm not ripping this. I'm not ripping that. Maybe one day I'll rip like a first edition Beedrill as like a big event, but until then, no, I'm not ripping any. Now these are some decent cards. Oh, Dugong in Evolutions is a rare. He's not. He's an uncommon in this set. Funny. Magikarp. Let's go through these a little bit faster. Vulpix, Coughing, Starmie, Poliwag, some Energies, Pokemon Breeder, Poliwhirl, Onix, Ponyta, Magnemite, Nidoran, some more Energies. So it looks like just a lot of base unlimited, which is still super cool. And I think most of these are very mint cards. So that's awesome. Nothing too crazy, but let's move on. Definitely like a really cool just comments on comments from base unlimited. Let's put those to the back. And yeah, this is gonna have to be 2 videos. I'll probably post the next one tomorrow if you're watching this. Today, this is just, I mean, it's so much stuff. Like, you think I'm even close to being done? No, there's tons of stuff at the bottom of the box, so... And like, this is gonna take me so long to grade and sort, but hey, like that's what I love. And you know, I hope for everyone who's watching this channel, like the reason why you even consider watching this long into the video is number 1, you just want to chill, and number 2, like you just love this type of stuff, and I just love it. Like that's why I'm putting so much money into it, because I just love it, you know. I mean, it's as simple as that. More rainbow rares. I'm actually gonna put that on the bottom because that one's actually top loaded. Then the pile flips. We got an Aegislash VMAX. Look at this card. This is like the Holiday Charizard. Definitely going to get this one graded. It just seems like a very cool card. It's got these like weird charms on the left. It's like a hollowy pattern. Definitely a card I'm going to consider grading if the condition's good. However, it actually looks very beat up. Oh, that's not good. Alright, maybe I won't then. I'm going to have to do some research. I'm actually not sure what this card is worth. I should also be saying values more if I know them. Like this Celebi I know is $11. We got some amazing rares. Nothing too crazy. The Raiku's about 9. Okay, that's not in a top loader. Zacian's about 10. Yep, it's about a $10 card. 2 of those. Jirachi, that one's a bit more expensive. I think it's around 17-ish. Zamazenta's around 9. And Rayquaza is around 20 as well. Some nice, amazing rares. Who doesn't love Vivid Voltage amazing rares? There's some of the coolest modern cards there is. Let's go through about half of this box, and we'll probably cut the video there. Except that's not even going to be enough time. How long has this been? 24 minutes? Oh, God. Oh, God. It's been that long. I hope you guys are enjoying this, you know. Like, I know it's very, I don't know. Tell me if you're enjoying this in the comments, and tell me if you want me to edit it a lot more, because I'm not going to be editing this for the most part. There's going to be some cuts here and there, I know. But, like, overall, it's going to be very, very little. So tell me if you think I should have edited more. If you think I should have, you know, then maybe I will in the future. Maybe I will. Right, let's get into it. The Charmander. The shiny Charmander from Hidden Fates. A classic. Hopefully it's pretty mint. It actually looks a bit beat up, which kind of stinks. Nah, okay. It's pretty off-centered right to left, so probably not going to get it graded. But hey, nonetheless, still very cool. Let's put that. Let's put it right here. A first edition Jigglypuff. These cards have been doing very well as of late. We got some jungle here. I think it's all first edition jungle. Oh no, so this is first edition. Is that Neo? I think that's a Neo set. Yeah, look at that. Mint. Very mint. Gonna have to get that graded at some point. Then we get a Shuckle. Who doesn't like Shuckle? Have to give this to my friend. I have a friend, one of my best friends, who's a Shuckle enthusiast, so I'll have to pass that to him. A first edition Pikachu. 2 of those actually. Very minty as well. Honestly, those even just in mint condition are $30. So I'm gonna try to get them graded for like, you know, $8 a CGC, and then flip them for about 60, 70. Hoping they get 9s, 9.5s, things like that. Then, oh, this card's also uncommon. So funny enough, this is also a rare in evolutions, but it's actually an uncommon in base set. But this is another base set unlimited. We got more base set unlimited. A Squirtle. A Wartortle. We got some starters here. I mean, this Squirtle was popping off. Pretty sure in a 10, like PSA 10, it was going for a few hundred, $200-$300. So I'm probably gonna get it graded with CGC. I'll get a 9, maybe sell it for $50, something like that. Not bad. Wartortle, Ivysaur. Look at all these starters. Another Squirtle. Oh, was that Shadowless? Oh, that's Shadow. This one's Shadowless. Are the rest Shadow? No, okay. We got a Shadowless Wartortle here. If you aren't sure how to tell, there's no shadow here. There usually is. It's right there. You can see the black line. There's no shadow. So that's a Shadowless Wartortle. And that's a Shadowless Squirtle. You can also see the text is different. It's like a lot more thin. But wow. So we get some Shadowless cards here. I've owned very little Shadowless. And look at the colors. It's so much more light. It's very, very light. So that's pretty incredible. Oh my god. I can't... And I think they're pretty mint too. Unfortunately, I can't look at them. I'm not going to take them out for now. But a Shadowless Charmander. My god, a Shadowless Charmeleon, only if there's a Charizard behind it, but look at all these Shadowless starters. I mean, I'm going to take one Charmander out, look at the condition. Hopefully they're not too beat up. So this one does have some whitening at the top and in the bottom left. Alright, they're a bit beat up, but honestly, it's to be expected, right? Definitely to be expected. It's so hard to find mint Shadowless cards just because of how rare and how old they are, right? And a lot of people didn't know, like back in the day when they got them, they didn't know that they're rare. They just thought they're more base set unlimited cards, which like so many people had, right? And so no one really cared, but that's super cool. Honestly, this next card, I don't even know what this is. Like, I literally don't even know. It's definitely very beat up, but it's like an old Japanese Blastoise. Very cool. Yeah, but I'm really not even sure. Then we got some Hidden Fates promos. Gonna go through these really quick. These are just promos from the Hidden Fates tins. So we'll have to get those flattened out. They're a bit bent right now. They're actually very bent. I think you can put them in between books or something like that. Unbend them, but they're very bent right now. Still, they go for about $2 to $3 each, so it's like $20 worth of Hidden Fates promos if they unbend. I'll have to put... I don't want to bend them myself, but we'll have to get those in between some bookcases. Then we got some really bizarre cards here. Honestly, these I know very little about. Once again, these were sort of just thrown in. We got a Cacturn, like, I think these are tops, right? I'm not even sure, but honestly, these, they're kind of just thrown in, but honestly, these are 2 of my favorite Pokemon. Cacturn is one of my favorites. Hariyama is one of my favorites. Not really Mahita, but, funny enough, these are all a lot of my favorites. Pelipper, let's see what's on the other side. Okay, yeah, these are the tops, I'm pretty sure. Sorry that I'm lacking a bit of knowledge. I haven't spent much time on these. These were just kind of included, so it's very cool. But Professor Birch, and we got a lot of other of these, but I'm not really going to go through them. I don't know much about them. Ooh, Ludicolo. Yeah, I love Ludicolo. But alright, we're not going to spend too much time on those. But if anyone wants any of these cards, by the way, you saw anything, you're like, oh my god, I need that. Just let me know. You know, I'm super down to, like, make a deal. Unless it's, like, some of the min stuff, I'll probably get that graded, then sell it. But if you're really desperate for it, let me know. Let me know for sure. Oh, what the heck? Oh, that's a bit upsetting, actually. So there's actually some cards in here, some rare cards that aren't in sleeves at all. That's a bit frustrating. Alright. Still, some good cards, but I'll have to get these sleeved up myself. I hope they didn't get scratched too much, but I would imagine they sort of did. But some really nice Hidden Fates cards. These are all from Hidden Fates. We'll get those sleeved up. And honestly, I think we're about the 30-minute mark here. Yeah, we're about 30 minutes in. Alright. I'm going to make this a part 2. And we got a lot of stuff to come. I have like jungle sets, fossil sets to come. I hope you guys enjoyed these collection videos, and if you did and you want more stuff like this, let me know. I'm just so pumped for the future of Pokemon. I'm so pumped to just continue to build my collection and build up my I guess this is gonna sound funny. I know it's like, oh, investment portfolio, but I'll call that like just building up my investment portfolio. I mean, Pokemon has proven time and time again to be a valid option. You know, there's a lot of people who are skeptical in it. I'm frankly not. I love the cards so much. So, you know, if someone like me loves these so much and would pay this much money for it and care and spend the time on it, I think there's tons of other people who would as well. You know, considering I didn't even get into Pokemon during its main hype. I didn't. Like, I didn't get in during Base Unlimited. I'm 21. I got in, like, and cards weren't even that big. They weren't even necessarily that big when I was into it, because it was like, I think I got in around, like, EX Team Rocket. You know? Like, I think I remember having some of those cards. I think I have them in some binders. But, you know, it's one of those things where I'm just so, I'm so in love with these cards as of late. I've been having such a fun time with it, and even just enjoying the community as well. So thanks for being part of it. Thanks for being part of this video. I hope to see you in part 2 as well. And I'm out. Peace.